Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So I'm coming to you guys with another video. So today I'm going to be recapping the Akbar V and Mehgan James interview. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, let me know what you guys think about this video. So y'all, this interview, y'all, it was a good interview, but I felt like it could have been longer, and I felt like Mehgan could have asked a lot more questions because it seems as if she didn't do her thorough research. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, Mehgan was given "Wish I Can Be a Part of This World." See, I'm giving that too with the red do-rag. So Mehgan had her red tresses. Not gonna lie, what she was wearing, it could have been way better. It looked like she just gone to the mall. I was like, damn, Mehgan, like, did they give you this booking last minute? And you're like, oh no, I gotta get ready. Like, and then just put on some clothes real quick. Because she had on like these flip-flops or whatever. And I'm like, Mehgan, I know Mehgan could dress down when she wants to. Okay, in the words of Big Sexy, down. Like as much as like has she done before, like in other reality shows. So when I seen her, I'm like, what are you wearing? Like, what the heck, Mehgan? But it is what it is. So the first thing they start off with is Mehgan talking about her dude and stuff. So she was just like, not gonna lie, like, I got a nigga, like my nigga, so like he treat me right, but like I don't know, like I know Akbar, like he's like like I don't think he really with me, like I don't think he really mess with me, like yeah, Akbar, what should I do? What should I do, Akbar? So then Akbar's just like, let me tell you something, little somewhere. Shawty, come here. So you give him the coot, right? You give him the cooter, and then when you give him the cooter, you know, relax on him, ghost on him, okay? Don't hit him back, nothing. Just fall back, okay? And then his mama and them, they don't really mess with you like that. His mama and them don't really mess with you like that. His auntie probably don't even like you. And then it's just giving her advice, all this stuff about how she needs to kind of be careful of the dude she's dating with. It seemed like we caught like the interview felt more like a kiki session, like a friend that's catching up with another friend, more so than like a formal interview, which wasn't bad either. So after she gives her advice and stuff like that, we start getting into Akbar stuff. So she explains her name and the history of her name and everything. And the reason why she's named Akbar is because it means greatness or greater, right? So she was just like, yeah, like in the streets and stuff, because you know I used to be in the streets like of Atlanta, and like I used to run around with my homies in there, and then they started calling me Big Ak, and then next thing you know, Akbars, because I'm greater, like I'm Big Mama. So that's why they call me Akbar. And like ever since I've been in Atlanta, I've just been known as Akbar V. So yeah. Mind you, the whole time I'm thinking Valerie in the words of Sierra.
Valerie. Back in the day,
Sierra, we still need that bag back for the baddies. I ain't forget about that, okay? I did not forget that you took that baddie's bag. You feel me? I ain't forget about that. So then Mehgan did do her research thoroughly, like I said earlier, because she goes, oh yeah, by the way, you started off on Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, no, she didn't. You think Mona would just put a random person on there that hasn't been rapping before? No, the girl has been rapping a little bit before. She has a song with K. Michelle, stuff like that. She's been doing like music way before she got on Love and Hip Hop. They discovered her through her doing music and everything like that. And then she also talked about being Candy's cousin. And so she was just like, yeah, like, Candy, that's my cousin now. And like, yeah, like Candy, you know, she really helped me out. And like, she put me in places. That's big Candy. You feel me? Like, you get me? She put me in houses and stuff and just really provide for my family. So like, that's my big dog. Like, I mess with Candy. Like, I call Candy and I'm just like, she give me like advice and like career advice on like how to move and stuff like that. So yeah. Whole time I'm thinking, I wonder what Candy was thinking when this whole beef was going on social media. She probably called Akbar like, oh, I don't think you should be beefing with Cardi, and you trying to be a rapper. I don't know. Like, are you sure you want to do that? Y'all know how Candy is with the tight clenched teeth. So I knew she was her cousin because there was an episode of Love Hip Hop where Candy came and talked to Akbar. It was basically giving her career advice and what she should do with her career and stuff like that. And that was, I think, Akbar's first season when Candy came on there. That's how I found out she was Candy's cousin, because I didn't know that she was Candy's cousin before she came on Love Hip Hop. And then they started talking about Young Thug. So if you guys don't know, there's a story out there that Young Thug allegedly slapped the South, Atlanta. He slapped the South Atlanta out of her mouth because they got into an argument or something like that. But she basically broke it down as to where like her and Young Thug are like Cookie Crunch girlfriends. Like they're really good family and they're really like close and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, like Young Thug, that's like my partner now. So like I knew his sister, you know, Big Dud, his mama, like his sisters, them all knew me. Like that's my family, like that's my partner. So like when people talking about like misinformation, talking about he slapped me and things like that, so like he was teaching me, he was giving me advice on how to like maneuver through like the industry and stuff like that. So like you feel me? That's how it was. So basically, Young Thug was giving her like a gist of how the industry works. They've known each other for a long, long time. We get an update from him in jail. Apparently, he's in good spirits, you guys. I wonder why. I don't think, because I don't know a lot about his case. I ain't gonna lie, but you know how Gunna has filed like 3 motions to get out. I wonder why Young Thug hasn't done that. And I think I'm gonna guess it's because he has more incriminating evidence against him, and Gunna doesn't. So that's why he hasn't filed. I don't think he has filed any motions to be released. Like I said, I'm not too kept up on that or whatever, right? So then we get into Akbar's V's surgeries. Okay, Sister Girl had a gastric sleeve. I remember the first celebrity I found out that got a gastric sleeve was Star Jones, and like it was a whole thing. They're like, "Oh my God, Star Jones got a gastric sleeve." Blase, blase, blase. You know, she showed up very much thin for that BGC tour reunion when when Tanisha was still bigger, when she was just like, you look like a grasshopper. And then when Tanisha was just like, I look good, I look fabulous.
Your tension in the air as it relates to lyrics.
I would be jealous.
Fabulous. I am famous. So don't tell me no.
Like, right. So that's one of the first times I ever heard of a celebrity getting a gastric sleeve and everything like that. And then we get, mind you, she says she still has to go back to go and get surgery again because the loose skin. She has like a lot of loose skin on her body from the surgery and everything like that. So she has to get that kind of nip, tuck, and plucked. Okay. And then we find out about her kids, right? So it's always been this persona painted out of Akbar on social media and just media in general that she's like an unfit mother. Like she doesn't have any of her kids. She doesn't have custody of any of her kids. She confirms in this interview she has custody of 4 of the kids, and one of the kids she's going to court for in December to get custody of the 5th child. Okay, but she does have custody of 4 of them, right? So that's what we find out. And the last kid, I guess the grandmom has the child, custody of it, and she claims that the grandma is trying to sees that Akbar is kind of like rich and famous. And and I'm not hating, I'm just saying, because people have different definitions of rich and famous. Okay. So she sees that aura of her and wants to get some of that coin, wants to get some of that money. Okay. So she doesn't like the grandma on that. And then she was just like, not gonna lie, like, I got one baby daddy, like, when I get this little Illuminati contract, like, he gotta go. He gotta go. Like, no, he gotta go. Like, him and his mama, like, he gotta go. Big dog, he gotta go. So basically, one of her baby dads, she don't really mess with like that, and gives her a lot of problems. And basically, one of her baby dads is like a little scrappy because the mom and the baby dad are like this. So that's what she was claiming on the interview. So I'm kind of glad that she kind of clarified this, because this is a persona, like I said, that's really been kind of told about Akbar, that she has no custody of her kids and that she's just a deadbeat. So I guess people could kind of stop using that against her, but people are always going to use it against her and stuff like that. She was saying when she didn't have custody of the kids, she was out there in the streets of Atlanta. Okay, that's not Atlanta. She was really in the streets of Atlanta, walking around and playing around and, doing street-ish. Okay, I really, with this rap, I want to get my ad. I wish I could curse, but y'all know how it goes. The girls that know now, okay? Akbar also brings up and you know what this interview reminded me of? If you guys used to watch AfterBuzz, remember when the BGC days was going on? Speaking of Mehgan James, because she's from Bad Girls Club, remember when the BGC days was going on? They used to have AfterBuzz, the Bad Girls Club after shows and stuff. That's kind of where I got the inspiration to even do my after shows, because they used to have the users call in and everything like that. So that's to give y'all a little tidbit of where I got the idea. Excuse me, y'all. The idea of the after shows and stuff like that. And I miss AfterBuzz so much. I wish they would kind of bring that back for other shows, but they don't do stuff like that anymore. I went on their page the other day and they don't do that, but that's just a little random thing I want to throw in there. So we get into Nicki Minaj, y'all. We get into the messiness. We get into the Nicki Minaj. And she said that Nicki Minaj DM'd her and was like, oh, put 8 bars on this real quick. So she said she recorded the 8 bars and then went to the strip club of Atlanta. She recorded it and stuff like that, and I guess Nicki loved it, so she put her on the track, right? So then we get into the whole Cardi B thing, and she said Nicki wasn't hating on the fact that she was on the soundtrack of Bruise. So Bruise is the soundtrack on the Halle Berry movie that Cardi B produced, and Akbar was on there. So she said Nicki wasn't hating on her for that. Like Nicki didn't feel no type of way. Nicki didn't care. So she was like, people try to paint Nicki as to be like this hater and like this bully, but she didn't even care. And she still wanted me on the track, right? And then we get to Cardi B, in the words of Tasha K. We get into Cardi B, and Megan's just like, so like, do you mess with like Cardi B? So like, what's tea with Cardi B? And then she was just like, I don't mess with her like her. Like, nah, I ain't with her no more. Da 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 da. Blase, blase, blase. She started going off about Cardi B. She was just like, Cardi B tried to play like this tough New York character or whatever. She said she wasn't subbing her online. You were. I'm sorry. Like some of the stuff you were saying, it correlates with Cardi B. That's why subs to me are really annoying, because if you try to confront a person about a sub, they're gonna make it seem like you're crazy. They're gonna be like, "No, I'm not talking about you. Who you talking about?" So Albar's defense is basically like, I have like loose lips. I have no filter. So if I wanted to put an app button on it, I would have put an app button on it, Cardi. So that's her claim. But I really do think she was shading her. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, entertainers. And then also, she said that Offset called her off of a fake app about the whole situation. I was like, I wonder if it's Text Now, because you know how if you download Text Now, you can have a fake number. So I'm like, I wonder if it was Text Now. And then he called her from it. It was just like, so like, why you bringing me into this Cardi thing? Like, you tripping, Art? Like, what's wrong with you? And Art was probably like, who you think you talking to, nigga? I'm from Atlanta. You be dancing for like Whitney Houston and them. Like, who you talking about? Like, you're not really on that Offset. Okay, I'm gonna put you on. You're gonna be on set. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Mind you, she was saying that the whole time during the interview too. She kept saying, "You get it, you get it." So that whole thing, she says she doesn't like that. Offset was getting into HO business. Okay, the girl's business. She didn't really like that. She said she didn't respect that. But I'm like, you did bring him into it, so it's not like he just got in it for no reason. Like you did kind of say his name and kind of like drop his name in there, Akbar. Okay, not gonna lie, she has grown a little bit since Love and Hip Hop, but the whole beefing thing kind of ruined it, and it made people just look at her like the same like it was before. Because I remember after that whole Alexis Sky thing, she kind of did a turnaround, and people started liking her a little bit more. But then when the whole Cardi B thing happened, that's where it got kind of like messed up. So I don't know. And then she said she was just like, I'm from Cleveland Avenue, like ain't nobody gonna let you touch me. So she was basically saying she could go around the streets of Atlanta untouched because the dudes down there really mess with her tough. Okay, they're gonna make sure Queen not touch. That's what she claims. All right. She said she'll never F with Cardi B again. All right. So that beef y'all don't expect to be died down. And she was saying towards the end of the interview, was saying she wants to work with Murda. She wants to work with, it was somebody else. And then she said she wants to work with Spice. Queen the Dancehall. She said she wants to work with Spice because she thinks Spice could sing, actually really rap and stuff like that. I could kind of see that happening too. So that'd be kind of interesting if that does happen. And then they bring up Drake in the interview too. She was saying that her head game is so fire that Drake wouldn't be able to turn it down, and that if you one night with her, Drake not gonna leave. Okay, in the words of K Michelle, Drake would love me, he would kiss me. The girls that know, okay? The K Michelle Drake song. I'm just saying. All right, entertainers, let me know what you guys think. This interview, I would give it like a cool 7 out of 10. I feel like Mehgan could have asked more questions, and she could have did her research a little bit more, but it still was a good interview because we got some answers answered. Okay. All right, entertainers, leave your comments down below. We are out, babies.
No personal thing.